Dramatic swelling music? A campfire? A strange entity in the bottom right that's trying to kill the people at the campfire? Why, it could only be a game I've never played before. One that I'm probably going to be terrible at. But let's see, shall we? Greetings, everyone! It is I, Kikoskia, welcoming you to the stream. The pre-stream, to be exact. We have the opportunity to get here, get comfortable, and get ready for Wildermyth. A sort of fantasy, XCOM-esque adventure storytelling thing with legacies that I've never played before. Yay! So, one thing to note. First time ever playing through it, first playthrough. Don't spoil things for me. If I make bad decisions, I'm gonna make bad decisions. So there you go. How are you all? I hope you're all well. Pre-stream is going to have me generating characters. First character, though, is gonna be mine. Because I get one character. That's a thing, I get one. So it's accurate description you can give for a sir. That's true. You had so much fun? Well, watch me butcher it, because I'm gonna do terribly. Oh, I'm gonna do so badly at this. Spoilers, there's trees and landscapes. No! You're ruining it all! So we've done some tweaking of various things. Volume-wise, we'll see how that goes as the game plays. So, I'm gonna play. We're gonna pick a new story. Now, I don't have, like, any of the stories here. Oh my, I have, like, none of them. Whoa. The Age of Ulstrix. A 3-chapter story that is geared towards the new players face off against the implacable Gorgon leader, Ulstrix. What are you playing this time? Wildermyth. Name's there, in the top left-hand corner. I mean, that's the only one I've got, so, let's say next. Standard difficulty, the lands are dangerous but won't punish you too harshly for mistakes. The storyteller focuses on storytelling with more control over the outcomes. Tragic hero, the world is brutal, combat unforgiving, few survive unscathed, or... yeah, let's not. I mean, adventurer is probably the highest I'm gonna go. Like, that's probably the highest. I mean, I'm also fine with storyteller. But standard should be fine. Lands are dangerous, but won't punish you too harshly for mistakes. Whereas storyteller, you know, focuses on telling stories. All progress is auto-saved and game over is final. Yeah, let's not pick carved in stone either. That's terrible, just in case the game crashes or something awful happens and you lose everything. Don't generally do that. What kind of game is this? I'm not entirely sure, because I've never played it before. So, we're going to be learning together. Right. There is a mystic, a hunter, and a warrior. And I thought for quite a while as to, which person I was going to pick. My normal go-to would be the warrior. But you know what? This time I'm gonna surprise you all. You can change things though, Alias. I'm gonna play as the mystic. And you can change all kinds of things. Like, you can change the head. You can change everything. Facial hair. All sorts of things. I'm gonna go with... that. Face. lot of options here. Hey, happy face. Hairstyle? Ooh, it's lots of hair here. Ooh, lots of hair. Okay. Let's go. There we go. Primary color. Primary color. Secondary color. I don't know what I'm doing here, folks. I'm just sort of playing it by ear. Playing it by ear. There we go. Name and details. Right, let's come with a name. I've got a kind of name. Felidran Calvoon. I don't know why, but I'm going with that, and hey old, how you doing? Hope you're well. Ham! Here comes the ham as I create Felidran. And that rhymed! Didn't mean for it to rhyme, but it did. What do we got here? Can I reroll? Oh, wow, that just rerolls everything. That rerolls everything. Oh dear! That rerolls, like, the whole thing. Well, I've discovered that's what happens when you reroll the whole thing. Oops. Beware the reroll. It's okay. We'll remake him. We have the technology. We have the technology. Well, just learned that. It's okay. We'll remake. I can do this quick. So you got that, got that. Where's the awesome hair? Awesome hair. There we go. Getting there. Go. Primary color was sort of grayish. This was greenish. A sort of lightish color. There we go. See? See? Sort of getting there. Made you kind of tall. Like that. See? Felidran Calvoon. There we go. Got it again, right. That's my character. Who's apparently a cowardly snark. A cowardly snark. Because his snark is... Oh, wow. Wow. Snark is great. Romantic is, kind of low. His snark is 99. Peak snark. Ooh. Felidran set his faces to snark and opened fire. You cannot change the numbers unless you reroll. That's fine. I'm keeping the numbers as they are. The numbers are what they are. Also, that retirement age. That retirement age is low. But we're going with it. Right! The arrows reorder the traits. What do you mean by reorder? As in, I can change them? Oh! Oh! Huh. I can change them. Huh, I might want to change a few. Enduring aspects. Alive. Alive! That is a trait. We could go with alive as a trait. The best aspect, being alive. I can't recommend changing anything about alive. Under history, there are also 3 aspects of your past, and that's about it. Oh, okay. I'm going to change some of my stats a little bit. We're going to keep him at 99 Snark. But we're going to raise it to Bookish Snark. And we're going to lower heal. I'm going to raise healer a bit. Lower goofball. Increase loner? There we go.
Ooh,
I wanted you to be a goofball. Well, no goofball here. Bookish Snark, the world's most sarcastic librarian. Is there dance? I don't know. Never played the game before. Couldn't tell you. Right, let's do the history. Oh wow, there's a lot of stuff here. There's a lot of stuff here. Ooh, wow. There's a lot of stuff here. Let's make him curious. Have integrity. And mystery. There we go. Let's give him that. Curious, integrity, and mysterious. There we go. He's done. So, 2 of the characters. This is where the rolling part comes in. This is where the rolling part comes in. Well, we have Nareem. Is Uchel here? Were you planning on being a hunter or a warrior? And what general thing am I going for here? We're going to provide feedback on the characters if I get chosen. Ah, fair enough, Dark Jade. I mean, I'm going with general stuff here. Otherwise we'll never get started. I have no idea, by the way. We're going to do all this stuff, we're all going to die immediately. It's just going to be like, death! Hunter, female, all the purple. Well, we can do the purple. We can absolutely do purple. Like, bright purple. Trust me, we can do purple. Purple can be done. Any other specifications? You wanted Nareem as the name? Oh, is that the warrior? Sorry. Hunter, female. All the purple. It's alright, I can do this. Let's re-roll until we get a female. Okay. All the purple. Don't worry. We're now on the right character. We're now on the right character. See, I can do this. Can't do this. Longer hair, pale skin, tall and thin. Alright, well, longer hair I can do. Pale skin I can do. Tall and thin I can do. Woot, new game and new stream. Hair color fine? You called like Dareem, I think? Do we have a surname? I got the Mystic. I picked the Mystic. I was tempted to go Warrior, but Mystic. I went Mystic. Purple hair too, and we can have Amaria. Okay, purple hair as well. Alright, we can do that. We're going full Animu. Now. Stats. Much more rounded. Highest stat is an 88. What sort of general thing am I going for here? Sort of general thing. I don't know. Just seems like you didn't have a 99 as your starting stat. I could re-roll it and just have you start from the beginning, but this is the stats you've got. Anything particularly catching your eye? This setup might take a while, I do warn you all. Probably Loner and Bookish as the highest ones. Oh my, we're gonna have two people that are loners. Two Bookish loners! Oh, two Bookish loners. Anything else? Apparently you're also a goofball. What about your history? Two nerds! Oh no! Two nerds! We have lots of options. I can be a cowardly poet in this game? I'm so down. Like, you got lots of choices here. For all three of your things. Pick whatever. And I'll have your character careen into failure almost immediately. Almost immediately. Wild Heart, Wanderlust, and Loyal. Okay, Wild Heart, Wanderlust, Loyal. Alright, good. So we have Nareem and Veladran, and one more. One more. Land. Alright, Land, we might need more than land.
Mayhem.
Hello, Cabalion. 21 months, thank you so very much. Oh, hi. Oh, hi there. How goes it? I hope you're well. So, need some details. Land. Ignore all that, you can change pretty much anything. Male, small beard. Well, we can do... Let's re-roll. Male, small beard. I mean, I could do the beard. Do small beard. Bald. Alright. We can... Is there a bald option? Yep, there's a bald option. We have bald. We're getting there. We're getting there. Just need a few more details. Like your name. This is going to be interesting, especially when I have no control over... I'm pretty sure you can do that in... Yeah, you wrote tall. That's true. We have a bunch of giants as our starting people. No, he... Actually, no, he wrote small beard. He didn't say tall. Oh, tall. Okay, he did write tall. There we are. I just need more information. Like... I just need land to tell me stuff. Like colours of the clothing and names and yay! Stuff. See, what's the... Land as a name? Do you have a surname? Because so far you've got just land. Not many people have just one name. Some people have surnames. No need for a second name. Alright, we'll just call you Land then. Any changes to stats? Well, your retirement age is much higher than most of us. Anything else to change at all? So that's fine, it is. Nothing else to change, right? We've got people! We have Land, Nareem, and Felidran. I think somebody else... oh, I mean, you could go with that if you like, for the name. I mean, I'm probably just going to call him Land. By the way, you're the only one with a jokey name. As a note. So I think we're pretty good. Pre-stream is concluded. Let's go with failure. Because that's what's going to happen. Takes a bit of time to pull all this together. Get ready. This book. There's a thing here. There's room in it for another story. You got out of bed, yay! It's cold. I'm stuck here. At least my decaying body will look intelligent. A little book and pencil propped on his lap. Alright then. So this is how I'll start it. That's me! I made one person. I made Felidran. Here is our yondering country. Something in the woods is very strange. Looks nice. Nice sunrise. Hopeful and happy to see a somnolent sky, a young man named Land takes the seasonal road to the town of Bested. That is a terrible town name, game. Bested. Needed a few more S's in that name. So old Chanessa wanted a cheese round, as medicine people can use for clover. Then have to remember to buy the hill folk their soap. It's the best around. Unwashed hills folks, good for nobody. Ho ho! Comedian. Breeze is light that day. Birds are timid. In fact, the whole world is taking a breath, ready to leap in the sea. They are ready, huh? Here's the hard part. Getting Nareem out of that house. Unless she's out alone somewhere? And then I get the joy of tracking her. Tracking her down. There's... smoke? Uh-oh! Fluttering flames roost among the far-off rooftops. Haland hurries towards town, thinking of Nareem, a young woman who he's known since boyhood. Ah! We have choices! Now, since you're here, Land, why don't we start this off with a decision from you? Rivalry? Friendship? Or romance? What are we starting off with here? 2. Friendship. She must have tried to cook breakfast. Again. Nareem? You alright? I'll get you out, just make a little noise. Uh-oh. This is bad. Moving. Hero has an action left, Hero has no actions left. Hero can do a single move, which takes 1 action, or double move, which takes both actions. All heroes get to take their turns in any order, and then all enemies take their turns. Alright. Basically XCOM 2 system, that makes sense. Look at you there, waving around. You get to be the objectives were listed in the top bar, hover over them to get more details. Put out fire. Stand next to a fire, and use extinguish to put them out. So if I go here, we can put out a fire. Extinguish that fire! Yeah. Done! We are saving the town! Well done, land. You're very heroic. Yeah. Open the door! You know what? Nah, I don't feel like it. Actually, I think I will. Speed running this fire! Open the door. You extinguish the fires by headbutting them, as all people do! The house is still standing, at least. Nareem? You hurt? Is there a reason the door's locked? He doesn't know. Nareem! He doesn't know what. Why is no one the door unlocks? Hey, do you not smell that? I smell the smoke. Get inside. Oh! She's got a bow! Slam! Uh-oh. Your bow? Yeah, my bow. The blaze is secondary. It's Doom's detail. A herd of these hideous, afflicted-looking beasts. That's kind of hideous! That's a hideous-looking beast! They stampeded in. I managed to trap one behind the house. Small victory. Staying in here isn't really an option. Right. So here, I've got some tools around. You're stronger than I am. You can swing something pretty good. I bet we can at least drive it off. So! Pick your poison! Pitchfork, pickaxe, frying pan. I know what you're gonna pick, too. I know what you're gonna pick. 1. Oh, pitchfork. Okay. Sensible idea. You're not picking the frying pan. You don't get to pick, Tack. It's his character. Well, I'd like to keep this creature at arm's length. Drop down the music volume a bit. I can try. Can I press escape and do that now? Options. Audio. Make it like 0.8. 0.8 might be better. 0.7? We'll do 0.7. See how that goes. See, a little bit of tweaking here and there. So we're going to go with pitchfork. It can be killed, right? Or it can't. We'll find out once we open that door. Foe cards. Row. Hooves thrown sloppily around beneath it. It runs staggering, bellowing its agony. Yeah. Well, what'll live? But he does have the alive trait. That's true. He does. We need to kill the beast. And you get to move to here. And be done. Alright. Can I click you? Okay. Open the door! Okay. I can't see the thing. Oh, there it is! Stand adjacent to an ally to wall with them. Walling reduces incoming damage by 1 and does not stack. Okay, so... I'm gonna have you wait. Have you go here. Yeah, we don't have any, let's wait. Up, it's moving! Why? You went into the house! And off it goes! There you are. Okay. Strike it! Yay! It's dead. Victory! That went quite well. It was trying to steal breakfast, yep. Land has grown stronger. Warriors like Land are built hardy, enduring, with a natural aptitude for battle. They develop powerful techniques for close combat. Broad swipes. Land's melee attacks deal 1 damage to all other foes within range. When Land gets a kill, the next action against him within 1 turn will miss. Or as a swift action, Land engages a foe, forcing it to attack him. You must stay in range and maintain a clear line of sight, +1 armor per foe engaged. So that's like a taunt, a shield, or just sweeping broad strikes. I was trying to steal breakfast. I feel like being able to hit multiple things might be good, but also this untouchable seems pretty decent. It all depends. They all have different, like, perks. Also, I like that you could pick the frying pan. Broad swipes is great with the pitchfork. I can imagine it is. Yeah, spinning and getting dizzy. We'll go with that. Hunters like Nareem thrive in the wild, surviving through stealth and peerless archery. They master their surroundings and bring down large quarry. Any time Nareem kills an enemy, she enters Grey Plane for free. That sounds like a kind of stealthy thing. Nareem has +1 speed. Once per combat suit action, activate to dodge the next 2 attacks against her. Disables the passive. Nareem has coated her weapons in quellingness. Her physical attacks apply poison 1. So poison, stealth, or faster, and the ability to dodge. Ooh. All this is good. You're a greenhorn hunter now. I feel like poison might be useful. Like the ability to poison things. Like slowly poisoning things and dealing chip damage just seems very useful. Because then even if you don't successfully kill something, you can... I don't remember who rolled for Nareem. So I don't know who gets the... if they're still... That's you, okay. So what were you thinking? Do you have a preference? They're all really good. Oh yeah, they all look good. Rogue I like. You're going to pick the rogue then. Alright. Every time she kills an enemy, you go into stealth. Alright, we're going to be stealthy. We found the Talisman of Rhythm, an ancient charm hanging around your waist. Become faster. Do we give it to Phil, or do we give it to Nareem? Nareem is naturally faster anyway, so we can either make Nareem really fast, or we can make Phil a little faster. My choice at this point. So that's round down. Yeah, but it's from 5 to 6 or 4 to 5. You know, I'm gonna go... give it to Phil. Plus 0.7 speed. You can have that. Well, aren't you glad you came to town today? The creature's death is quiet. It seems to slip from life in a few stunted, hazy blinks. They'll spend a piece of the day getting the flames under control. The damage isn't as bad as it could have been. Townsfolk emerge from hiding to fight fires and clear debris. Some full of curiosity, others visibly haunted by what they've seen. We should go. Felidran is alone. Sorry, I know you're tired. Me too. But now I worry he might have... met something. Felidran? He's at that ruined tower by now. Right, the town will be okay. Philodran will be waiting for us. What happened today could be happening everywhere, couldn't it? Ah! They know of Philodran! Something about that tower is just stuck in my mind. It's like when you get an apple skin in your teeth. It's me! I know the sensation you describe. Huh? Yeah. Anyway, we said we'd meet him. We should. The tower in the hills. We've been there? Yeah, once. Actually, looking at the tracks, they come and they go. That direction. Land and Nareem follow the pounded path of monstrous feet, hoping for the best and dreading every other possibility. Just be breathing, okay? So we can all yell and go home, or let him be alive, alive and unhurt. Oh, dearie me. Dearie me. Your choice, your character. You get to choose. Of course, if people aren't here, I'll have to make choices for them. I'll have to write down who made each character. See, something's being out of my control. It's interesting. 2 is fine. Let him be alive. Alive and unhurt. Alright. Friendship. A wordless while passes between them, but the quiet only heightens their worry. You've known Philodran longer than I have. He's pretty capable, I feel like. Yeah, Philodran's a little difficult, a little snide, some say. I mean, but he doesn't often disappoint me, you know? Weird things do tend to happen around him, but I'd say he's probably up there now. Figuring things out. Snark! Right. In order to find sites in the wilderness, heroes must scout the land, which takes time. Click an unscouted tile to show the scout action. So we can click that. Scout. I mean, we'll bring them both. I think we should have them both. Ooh, you can have multiple heroes. This is good. Let's go. Off they toodle. It takes a long time to get there. Previous night, the tower where Philodran had arranged to meet Land and Nareem is a place he often used to escape to as a boy. He knows its rooms and floors so well, he could survive being chased through them. Now I wait, I suppose. Dust gets deeper as the rain puddles in here. Alive is alive, until that beast breaks through. Well, beast? How are your plans coming along? It's a picturesque old tower, perfect for a plot twist. Weathered and sagging, it defends nothing now. Not even from rain. But as the old will tell you, precious things go overlooked in a ruin. What lodges amid the bones of failure is often the dream that drove it. Ooh. That book. Why have I never... Blah, easy there. I guess you're wondering why I'm talking to myself, huh, beast? I'm also wondering. Philodran bends to pull it loose. That book's heavier than its slender spine suggests. Oh, we've got the title drop, everyone! We have the title drop! Name drop right there! Look at all this. It's full of strange stories. The folklore of folk long forgotten. Candlelight leaping. Strikes no significant bell. It's the weird story of a child watching candlelight against the ceiling and wishing himself through it to a far realm without grown-ups. Do you hear hidden fish? Has nothing to do with fish. It's the tale of a girl burned to glass by the lightning and buried. She wakes from the darkness, a fresh young worm, and begins her eternal swim through the earth. The best girl. Best. Great! I love that the town is the bestest girl, yeah. You picked a town with 3 S's in it. That's the town that the Reem lives in. Bestest. This girl tells of a bright-skinned woman who drew things so feelingly that they began to come true. And she drew circles and circles in a book and eventually fell through. Eh? Felidran reaches the last word of the final tall tale. A few blank pages are left. This book. Something in him feels like it's coming loose, but he can't exactly tell what. There's room in it for another story. It's cold. I'm stuck here. Alright then, so this is how I'll start it. Here, in our yondering country, Felidran writes, words are ready. Omens have formed in the fabric of everything, and he's beginning to recognize them now. Some are just misgivings. They've crept through his body like the sourceless ashes one wakes with. This is an interesting game so far. Others are more substantial. Now they seem lightning plain. A promise of thunder. For in the wild black woods where birds once belled, a hateful silence churns. Pain lights Felidran's head. Subsides. I made it to morning? He lowers his bleary eyes. His story lies before him in luminous script. Empty pages have sprouted behind it. Ooh! Why do I feel powerful? I don't know. Maybe we are super duper strong? He pulls a spoon from his pocket. You know what? I don't think I'm gonna pick a spoon. Sorry. Gonna ruin it all for you. We're not a snark. We are snarky, actually. No. Pulling out a spoon. Open wide, beast. I'm getting out of here. I'm pulling out the spoon. Rager! It charges without seeing, misshapen tusks swinging wildly. Use interfusion to kill from a distance. Right. What is interfusion? Well, I don't know where the thing is. Yeah, I know that. I just don't know where the thing is. Is it here? Is it there? Is it... Oh, it's back there, isn't it? If I go here... Oh, there you are! Use the interfuse ability to connect with fire or scenery. Different types of scenery give different effects and abilities. Many of them let you use the scenery to damage enemies. Oh! I'm gonna go with the anvil. And we can shackle. Warp metal into grasping appendages that pin a single enemy for 2 turns. There you go. You are pinned. Now, I can use the bookshelf. Splinter Blast. Explode a wooden object into a shredding blast of splinter. Alright. Let's do it. 1 armor shredded, 2. You don't even have armor. Sounds painful. Yeah, it does. And then... a telescope. Can I hit you with the telescope? I could totally hit you with the telescope. Telescope! Gotcha. And we totally won. With the power of telescope. Felidran has grown stronger. As a mystic, Felidran has acquired the knack for infusing his spirit with earthly things, drawing on those bonds to enable formidable magics. Felidran bonds with the earth and summons from seedlings and silt, a wondrous tree that pins surrounding enemies. Statues. Plus one potency per infused statue, 50% chance mystic reflects damage. Or, allies may wall with interfused objects, grants extra armor, warding, and temporary health. Wow, this is complicated. Yep, lore dump.
Ooh, a pouch of
And
gold.
thus our mighty mage beat up a pig with a spoon and flying furniture. Indeed, Nolan, thank you so very much. That's so good. Thank you. So kind of you. Mythweaver feels thematically correct for a bookie, right? I mean, maybe. Look at that smug face, by the way. I don't know. Artist is an add 2 ability you can cast even in an empty room. That's true. Do you know what? I'm gonna go with Earth Scribe, because that allows people to interfuse with objects that have been Earth makes him tankier, Myth gives him more choices to do with things. Archers is a root. They may last longer later, though, is the thing. Like, these were all very, very fickle items. They probably will last longer later. You know, actually, I'm gonna go with Mythweaver. Bigger things have more hit points. I'm gonna go with Mythweaver. Plus one potency per interfused statue. 50% chance of mystic reflects damage while interfused. No, Earth Scribe. I'm gonna go with Earth Scribe. Ooh, also Star Slate Strap, and we're gonna totally give you that. Gives me some warding. Sure. More monsters roam the ruined halls and rattle the rotting furniture. But Felidran moves quietly, sensing his way in the dark. Daylight lands on his wrist. Cool wind soothes his tired eyes. All I had to do was the impossible. Not too bad. Close the tower door, gentle, to make no noise. That was the mystic's art that I did. Right, tower? Where'd I get it from? Could it have just happened? It's just one of those things? Things a man's born with that might blossom in his life when he needs them? I'm not going to have to start believing in that stuff, am I? Yes, I'm afraid you are. Felidran? Are there books on this? Perhaps that's the first order of doing, is to gather a little knowledge. Felidran, you alright there? Hey, Felidran, something happened? Yeah, I forgot you two were coming. I'm sorry, I just had the weirdest night and day, and Land and I only barely made it. Yeah, I see that smoke on the horizon? That's from the town. Yeah, that's bestest. It burned? Things are different than they were. Yeah, well, I don't know if you've ever seen something quite like this. Monster? Sure we have. We slay monsters. Bested, not bested. It's hard. There are so many S's, Bindle. There are so many S's. So you've taken the frying pan, you've got to combine with the spoon for epic cooking. I know. Huh? Okay, well, I do magic. You've discovered a new site. It's still under enemy control, though. Click the banner to assault it. With our full party! This is gonna go terribly wrong. Let's go. Attack! Alright, let's talk about how we get through this. A perfect understanding isn't likely to emerge. What these beasts are, where they come from, what drove them to attack the town of Bested. But letting them nest here feels like the wrong idea. So that was the priority, but it's actually safer to be aggressive? Sure, well... Back at my house, it was pretty simple. Kill the beast before it kills you. I feel like stoicism is the best decision here. I think stoicism. I just came out of there. If we're methodical, patient, we can fend them off at least. All heroes, +1 armor warding. Seems pretty good. Foe cards, a raccoon and a row. Alright. Every hero starts out with 2 action points every turn. Different abilities have different costs. Single action ends turn. Requires 1 action point, ends the hero's turn. Single action costs 1 action point. Swift action, free once per turn. After swift action is used, that hero's swift action becomes single actions. Free action costs no points. Okay. So that's a single action, double action, single action, immediate, equip the skinning knife. Well, warrior needs to move forward, I feel. Land ends his turn and waits for the enemy to come in range, hitting... Seems pretty good. You could Silk Step. An elusive step, Nareem slips into Grey Plane. While in Grey Plane, she's hidden from enemies and her attacks ignore armor. I mean, I feel like you going into hiding is probably a good plan, but you going here might be a little too far. Go here. Ooh. She can just go somewhere hidden. I want you to just wait. You go here. Do it all into play. Nothing's happening. Okay. Still nothing happening. Feel like the enemy's going to be in there. Still no one. Yeah, it's way too quiet, I agree. It's way too quiet. I don't like it. Can you get to there? Yes, you can. Let's wait. And then the marching band appears. This is the marching order! No one, eh? No one! It's not limited. Okay. Still nothing. Okay. Hi! Okay. We found you. I can actually strike you from here. Ha! And you could shoot. Pitchfork paying off. Ooh, critical damage. Very nice. Very nice. Oh, oh, I see a raccoon there. Ooh, a pouch of gold. I have to say, this art style environment takes you right back to playing the Hero Quest board game and is kind of neat. Yeah, it's quite neat. So interfuse. I can't interfuse with that because I can't see it. That's one mean raccoon. It's a very mean raccoon. I could maybe interfuse with this. Can you interfuse with that? Can I hit this from here? No, I'm out of range. Right. No. That's not going to do anything. I mean... could extinguish a lamp. It stays across turns. Oh. Intriguing. Stay there. Oh! Well, that's unfortunate. Okay. Change of plan. Actually, no. Can I... Ah, you're just out of range. Curses. You are just out of range. I could totally have you shoot, though. Oh, no, I can't. Flank an enemy with an angle 90 degree or more, the previous attack. Oh. Okay, if you flank... Not that I can do that. That's good. Okay, withdraw. I can't interfuse with this. Which is a problem. I can't interfuse with that. Can't interfuse with that. Interfuse with this, though. Yeah, but I have to withdraw. That's the thing. Oh! Some damage. Use a tooth... Oh, but I couldn't see it. That's the thing. I couldn't see the thing to infuse with it. I need a line of sight. And I didn't have a line of sight. But I can get it now. Yay! 4, 3, and 3. And we found a Sunseeder Talisman. An ancient charm to hang around your waist for a stunt chance. Well, that'll increase your stunt chance to 21. Stunts are crits? Yep, you get that. A last misshapen creature folds its bones and dies. Blue fluids darken the dust, calmly into death. There's dignity in that. You make it sadder when you say that. Hey, look at us. Look what we did. Yeah. Days drop, days rise. Dusk is sweet, the sunrise sweeter. It's not long before they've cleaned the old tower up a bit. There's still 1,000 questions this place excites. Storms are milling above our hills, the neighbouring fields, rivers. It's time to raise our walls, fortify our hearts and survive. We who see the clouds gather must act first. Let's not wait to be overrun. We're a company of heroes now. We're a company of heroes, everyone, by the way. We'll walk the land, we'll fight. People need us. We'll give ourselves a name. Make sure it's one they'll sing. Sounds like you've thought about this. Name the company. We'll call the clan... We call the clan of the Red Roses? Well, how about the Beasts of the Wildermyth saga? Maybe the Circle of the Cotton Bounty? Or our own name? Cav, no, that's awful. But I love it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Cav, that's amazing and I love it. It's awful. It's awful. How many S's are in that? 3. The besties. What have you done? The greatest thing. After that, the 3 of them are inseparable. Rumors are rampant. Heroes are needed. This world will be flooded in sorrows, but its defenders are joined by a fire that night. It's so awful. Here follows the tales of the besties. To strike fear in the hearts of all would-be tyrants. Watch out! The besties are coming. Oh no. Be remembered. Calamities. Your enemies improve their strategies after every fight. This card is added to the Gorgon deck. This deck is more dangerous now. Alright. What does it do? Well, we have that. Foes get stronger as time goes on, so that guy's nastier now. Okay. Tutorial complete! Get legacy points by taking new sites. Spend legacy points to do things like recruit heroes, build stations, cancel calamities. Use them wisely. Once a site is free of enemy control, you can spend some time to secure it. Secured sites at the end of each provide resources now and at the end of each chapter, which you can use to craft gear at the town or between chapters. Okay. We could secure this site. Also, you're healing at half rate. Probably worth it. I'm all for reading signs and searching out clues. Just prefer to work alone. This site can provide resources now and at the end of the chapter. Spend resources to upgrade hero items and armor. We could find an item or work faster. Methinks finding an item might be a good plan to begin with, because we need things. I mean, we might as well just do it all. 33 days. Oh, it's going to take a long time. But we get an item out of it. And we might as well all do it. Let's do it. Oh, Calamity card in 100 odd days. Okay, site completed. It also let land heal, yep. A thorough delving through the mysteries of Chandra Spire has proven rewarding. Oh please, I want to stay longer. Don't make me go. Chandra Spire will return to the hands of the common folk. While they tend to it, the site will provide resources at the end of each chapter. Hides, ingot, spell threads. We also found a... Ooh. I mean... I suppose we're just gonna give it to you. The Snark is the Snark is his highest stat. Snark is super strong with this one. I suppose we should just hand it to you. So whenever we need to hit people with a spoon, we'll hit people with a spoon. Excellent. What I'm going to do now is save. It seems like a good idea. So we need to clear all hostiles, scout Hiller Windmill. I mean, we could recruit people here. Someone at Bestis wishes to join the Besties. Oh, I mean, we could get more people. Yeah, it's for 3 legacy points. Let's explore another place first. Can we find people randomly as we travel about, though? Is what I'm thinking. Can we find people randomly? Demon! Nope. Let's go to the Friendly Pine Woods first. I could split the group. Do I want to split the group? Is this a good idea? I mean, we seem stronger together right now.
Mayhem! Yippee!
Never split the group! Hello, Jagilan. 20 months there. Thank you so very much. That's so kind of you to sub. Thank you. 20 months. I mean, I think we should explore around a little bit first and then get someone. Like, maybe go to here and then back up to Bestest. I think that's a good idea. Who knows? You might find something cool. There's also over here, too. But let's go here first. Days of travel time. Let's go. What's the worst that could happen? Everything. It's been revealed. Strength 3. Okay, this gives us some resources. Top, you can see the Doom Clock. Yeah, I see it. I see it. Let's go. Here we go. All the sweltering stars. When the moon's gone, all the stars seem happier. Reminds me of a tavern hall before your face darkens the window. A single candle can seem blinding in total darkness, but next to a forge, just a dim little spark. Anyway, it's a good omen, the brightening stars. Yeah? What's it an omen of? I can't really tell you what they mean specifically. I also think maybe listening is the point. Quietening yourself enough to hear the voice of existence. For my own delvings into omen and fortune and all, I see little evidence for... Well, there's a shooting star. Look at his face! Shooting star! Oh yeah! Ooh. Oh! We have chances here. 60%, 32%, 30%. Let's go with the 60%. Lan tries to remember the tale of the Star Woman, but ends up telling the story of Telestra Starborn instead. It's a good story. Well, that didn't work. But we do get 1 temporary hit point. Rager, Raccoon, and Roe. Okay. That's a friendly fire spirit. That guy seems nice. Catch that thing! Over the door. Won't stick around for long. Catch it quick. A fire spirit? Are you alright, little one? Bree, bree. Enchant Tier 0 Great Spear, replaced with Tier 1 Fire Great Spear, or gain a legacy point. Huh. It's a friendly little guy. I mean, I could have a flaming pitchfork. Seems decent. But legacy points are also decent. Tricky. Tricky decision. Two options are improve your weapon or gain a legacy point. This is Land's character, so I think he's going for Fire Spear. Just to confirm, Land did vote, he wanted the Fire Spear. Hunting face, but it's smiley face. Yeah. Put the fire on the pitchfork. Now there's a thought. So we're definitely going with the upgrade. You get it and you can build more at the end of the chapter. And Cav beats me to my thought. I just need Land to confirm. 1, okay. Who gets it? Well, Grey Clouds fell. Damage 6, range 2. A well-made great spear imbued with the chaotic flaring spirit of fire. Crits for damages 3 nearby enemies. Ooh. I mean, we're not scrapping that, we're replacing the pitchfork with it. We can also change its name if you like. But I feel like Grey Clouds Fell is pretty good. Unless you have a name in mind that's better. And vaguely serious. Best spear. Oh no. Oh no. Could you actually imagine how inconvenient a perpetually flaming weapon would be realistically? Well, pointy fire stick. I have no idea, but best spear is too funny. Okay. We're going with best spear. We're going with the theme. So now you have a better spear. Good news! Wait. Ooh. I'm gonna wait by this door. Actually, put you there, and put you here. I'm gonna wait. Guardian. Open the door. Okay, no one. Still no one. Still no one. Opening a door doesn't take actions? No, it doesn't. Okay. Go here. Go there. Wait here. I'm gonna open this door and we're gonna regret it. Okay, Land. Yep, open the door and regret it. Okay. You're gonna have to move in to strike someone. Or... Oh! Well, we know that exists now. You're a ranged enemy. Yeah, it's got 2 armor. could get you and shred the armor. But getting you now and shredding the armor is probably a good idea, because then we'll be able to hit you better. I think that's a good plan. Yes. There we go. And destroys the raccoon's cover. Yeah. Who can you... You can't shoot anyone. You'll be able to shoot the raccoon from there, though. Or there. Hop back. Good shot! You honestly should Guardian. So... we don't want them to... I mean, they're gonna... You're probably gonna shoot, but that's okay. Let's Guardian. That's fine. There you go! Oh, that was some good damage there. That's bad, though. Oh, that's really bad. Oh! Oh, nimble dodge. Nimble dodge. Very pleased about that. Right. What can I do here? A restless fire is unleashed into the nearby tile, burning where it lands and dealing half damage to units. Oh, no. That's bad. Land probably can one-shot it. Oh, land definitely can. Hang on. If you move here, you're flanking. And flanking is good. Yeah! That's better. Each attack wants to flank. Well, it worked anyway. Worked anyway. This can... Ooh! 5 damage for range. Sure! Discus. Ha-ha! Gotcha. Victory is ours! Equal amount of spoils. We found Gristle Oath. It's just a spear. I mean, could replace your skinning knife with it. Skinning knife just generally doesn't seem like a very good, yeah, the skinning knife doesn't seem like a good thing compared to the spear. It's a good item. Yeah, he has a spoon. Give it, but spoon! You could have 2, but spoon! You know what? Okay. We'll give him the spear. It's a silent spear. I mean, it does boost my my warding. It does make me better at magic. That's true. We'll put it in his empty slot. I'm gonna keep it as Gristle Oath, actually. We're gonna leave it as Gristle Oath. I'll claim it. Your enemies improve. Oh, the monster's now stronger. Leaves a trail of corrupted ground behind it when it moves. Yay! That's not fun. We can find an item, or we can work faster. I feel like we need more items. I feel like more items is good. It'll take a long time. We could get 2 of them to work on it and send someone back to town to go find someone. We could do that. Like, if we get, like, Nareem to leave and go back to Bested, that'll take 47 days then. It'll take longer. Now, you can head back to Bested. If we go back to Bestis, we can recruit somebody. It'll take some legacy points, but we're going to get more legacy points anyway. It'll take her 22 days to complete, so if she goes there and comes back, by the time she gets back, they'll be nearly done. I think this is a good idea. Off you go. Adventure! Infested tiles are unsafe. Infestation increases the strength of the source threat, can ambush groups of 2 or 1 hero, and over time will spread and turn to an incursion. You can clear infestations by taking out the source or sending a group of heroes to patrol. Oh, that's the infested area. Okay, so there's an infestation going on. Fun. Everything is okay for the moment. Can you change their names? Or can we just, like, click to inspect and then have a new person? New person woot! New member of the besties! Right, if I click to inspect... Ah, we can change everything. Okay. We can change everything. It's literally the avatar. So... what are we going to call them? Probably just Avatar? Because otherwise... that would make the first name The. That is true. It would make the first name The. Just call him Avatar. Okay. Right. I think I know what we're going for here with this character. Just Avatar. Avatar British killer. Oh no. Need a chiseled face. Where's the chiseled faces? There we go. We need good hair. What hair am I thinking of here? That's decent hair. That's very Avatar-y. That's not very Avatar-y. That's pretty Avatar-y. Doesn't the Avatar have long hair? No! In later games he doesn't. Which Avatar are we going for here? The Avatar of 9? Or the Avatar of, like, 7? He did have a crew cut in the last one. We gotta sort of decide. Can we go with the Ultima 7 Avatar? Right, in that case he has long, wavy hair. We can give him long, wavy hair. Not that kind of hair. That seems like the kind of hair. We can't do bucket Avatar. One of those was almost Owen. Yeah, one of them was. Right, primary color is just going to be white. Secondary color is yellow, I think. Like sort of goldish yellow. There we go. Red. He wore lots of yellow. Red could work. Could. True. Really only determines the sash right now. Okay. What about his stats? His snark is apparently high. No, clearly his, the Avatar's leader stat was one of the high ones. Greedy is correct. Like, he was a good leader. Coward is low. The Avatar was no coward. Definitely not a loner either. The Avatar's snarky occasionally. Shut up, noisy bird. He's moderately bookish. But not as much as he is snarkish. If I were to guess, I'd go with that. There we go. As for aspects of his history, ooh, destiny, absolutely. Destiny, loyalty, and potential. Yeah. Integrity? If we go with integrity, his tenacity is huge. They added a lot since I last played, or I never figured out half of character creation. I don't know. Either way, do we recruit Avatar? You mean the Avatar wasn't a flirt? Not huge. What's the backstory? Oh, that's an interesting one. We're going to recruit this person. We have a story. Another soul to stand. Imagine choosing no. You're back? I saw you leave a while ago. I usually like to travel light. But it's becoming apparent that we'll need another person at some point. Are you interested? Interested? I'm only sorry I didn't insist on coming along sooner. Well, you figure somebody needed to help patch the walls and whatnot. Of course, people need a place to stay and keeping Bested running. But I know in my gut that's not my path. So you're in? I am. What sort of skills do you need the most? Oh, look at that warrior! Look at him! Oh, I'm sorry. Look at that warrior! It's perfect! Yes! The gun! The gun! Look at that mystic face. Hey, I got a stick. I got a stick. But yes. Ah! There we go. We now have... Where is he? Where is he? A good question. I have a stick. You need to train him. How do I train him? The Avatar needs help getting his gear ready. 70 days! Oh boy! Oh boy! That's a long time! 2 months later, you're finally ready. I mean... You can start. You guys are done. There's always something we can use. Does that just mean we're desperate? Cool. A Scarf of Attunement. Potency. What does potency do? Okay, this is clearly a Felidran item. He has a potency of 2. This is clearly a Felidran item. Hover over potency. Damage added to infusion attacks. Yeah. Yeah, this is clearly a you thing. Also, how do I check your stats? Gear. I mean, I'm sorry, but we need your spoon. The spoon is the most important thing right now. Right. We need you two to travel over to here to help out. If I get you two over there, it won't take us long. Right? Or will it take us long? I don't know. See, I'm learning this stuff about the game. It's all new. It's all new to me. 45 days instead of 70. Yeah, but a lot of time's already passed. Okay. We'll do it. Also, that timer's going down. Okay. Choose an ability. Backslam, Engage, or Raider. As a swift action, every other turn, the Avatar knocks an enemy up to 3 tiles away, dealing 1 damage. As a swift action, Avatar engages a foe, forcing it to attack him. Avatar must stay in range. As a swift action, Avatar could start a fire. Huh. Interesting. Which, with Raider, you can block doorways? True! I think they just walk through them. Raider is casting a fire spell. They can move through fire. I'm gonna go with Engage, I think. I think Shield of Hope might agree that Engage is not bad. I mean, you could make a fire and then have Felidran do stuff with the fire. Engage, right? Party is here! Right. Is that gonna do something? I feel like that's gonna do something bad soon if I don't... There's also... Oh, there's also bad stuff here. Ooh, 320 odd days. Well, I'm gonna go check out here. I'm gonna bring the whole party. Let's go. See what's here. Somewhere deep in the swamps of Demon World. Did anyone else hear that? Hear what? I don't know, it was like some kind of... There it is again! Probably just some animal. It sounds hurt. Maybe we should look for it. Seems a little off mission, doesn't it? Hello? Hello? Are you... What is it? What did you... It's a child! It's a Droven! I think we should help it. What? It's young. It's hurt. It's a Droven! It won't survive the night. Good! It's a monster! Letting it die won't make us the monsters. It's... letting it die would make us the monsters. It's not a threat to anyone right now. It's scared and in need. We should help it. I want to help it. Ooh. I mean, we can try and help it. Adopted good boy in 3, 2, 1. I'm working right now, so you can bit for me. Number 3 is very savage. You guys don't get to vote on that. Like, the Uchel. Sure, we can try one. Uchel, it's your character, I believe, so we can try one. This is gonna go horribly wrong, isn't it? It's gonna go awfully wrong, and it's gonna be amazing. Okay. What happened there? It's gone to here. Did nothing happen? I feel like nothing happened. It takes a bit to see the result. Okay. If we're going to help it, I'll need a fire. Felidran, could you get me water and bandages? If this goes wrong, just remember I told you so. Shh, it's alright. It's gonna be alright. All through the night, Lan tended to the injured Dralvan until... Hey, wake up! Where's the thing? Huh? I dozed off. It's gone! Must have run off during the night. Figures. Skulking away just like a Drovan. Well, it didn't hurt us, and if it's strong enough to get away, that means we did help it. Well, I hope that's the last we see of it. Let's pack up. Got a long road ahead of us. Hopefully we can make it for lost time. Goodbye! Good luck! Oh, Land is so nice! You're fully expecting Land to die. Yep. Oh, it's alive! We can build a station here to earn resources. There's no evil threat here. I can lead the work if you want. Let's put our hands to it. We could spend a legacy point to get a hunter's blind, a heartwood shrine, or a lumberyard. Widstock's famed hunters swear they could increase their haul with a few hunters blind. With new hunters blind. There's hard-working families would love a new lumberyard, but there's also the responsibility of the old forest gods. I don't want to hear about what's happening in the event. I want to be left as a surprise, Nolden. I don't know which one I want. I don't know which one's more useful. You could put a shrine here. What would the Avatar want? Probably to help everyone and everything, which wouldn't help. Ironic, really. Yeah. Typical Avatar. I think the shrine. It'll take 15 days to complete and a legacy point. We'll do it. Done! We made a thing. That's bad. We could go over to here to the Timberwolf Willow's Wild. Could go here. Something bad's about to happen, though. We could prepare the defenses. We could fortify this place for an incursion. Let's see about heading to here. Your enemies advance their plans over time. This monster's now stronger. We haven't even seen these monsters. Huh. I don't want to cancel any of these. I feel like cancelling these is not a good use of our legacy points. See you, Bahamut. I feel like we can deal with it. Now that we have four people, I feel like we can deal with this. Yeah, we'll finish. They'll get added on. Oh dear. Let's keep going. Keep going. Hey! Timberwillow's Wild has been revealed. Occupied by lurking gorgons. Ooh. Must achieve our other objectives first. Clear all hostile sites. In this area, I suppose? So we can't go here. We have to go down. And then here. Huh. So we can't go here yet until we clear the hostiles. So we probably have to go here and then over here. That's likely the limit. Because we can't go there, we can't go... Okay, so we have to go to here. Let's go. Oh! Nice. Strength of 4. +1 from infested tiles. Well, that's lovely. That just got infested. Well. You patrol. Send a party to clear the infestation of the site. We could all do it. Take 24 days. We can make it a bit weaker. Let's give it a try. For a friend, Land and Nareem take a walk through the fog. Alright. Alright. One misty fall night. Two friends walked these woods. A poorly planned patrol. Not to question your good sense or anything, but... I know, let's find the path, but hey, you know what this reminds me of? What are those books you read? The ones with, like, blood snakes and bat lords? Oh no. Oh, you're talking about Seven Harrows. That's by, Adina Love. It's blood lords and bat snakes, actually, yeah. I'm also sort of getting... Getting that vibe. Choose snag or no, this didn't happen. Let's go for the event. Yeah, I feel like we'll do the event. This seems like a good thing. So... we either pick these two in Avatar or these two in Felidran. You want Avatar to come along? This should be alright. Or not, it'll be terrible. Let's bring Avatar. What are they doing? The story continues. Oh. Land wakes in a world of starless night, stifled with odors. Earth, time, loneliness. Where am I? Am I blind? Am I alone? And? Oh, thank all gods you're awake. A flame flares. Nareem carefully sets down a small copper lamp. The shock of the light is its own kind of blindness. As Lan's eyes adjust, he sees the prison that surrounds them. Earthen walls, crude bars of barely shorn bows. What happened? I remember being in the woods and then cultists. Could have killed us. Caged us instead. Left us with this lamp and a little oil. I guess they planned to let us waste away. Not sure what else. There's a simple sadistic genius in the message, leaving us light to starve by. Yeah. Well, the bars are wood, so tried it. You tried the... cage is oddly impervious. I'm sure the explanation is dissatisfying. Old abiding magic of some kind. Can't cut it, can't batter it down, can't step between the things. Lamp flame won't burn it. And I guess the earth walls. That's all I can think of is to dig. Without food, doubt we'll get anywhere. So long, Drayden. But our captors, do they come by? Have they? At least once, when I was awake. I slept some. Don't know how long. How are you doing? Have you been alright? I'm mostly fine. You've been out, and that's really what I've been worried about. Yeah, it's humbling, isn't it? I think I'd begun to believe we were infallible. And there's nothing to eat? Nah, no sustenance has been forthcoming. Seems like we won't be fed. Fine, okay, any other prisoners, or just us? No prisoners per se, but there's this thing. It's nestled there like a body of a brass pillbug, joints crusted with dry earth. A device of the old mortificers, mostly intact, but clearly lacking the spark of animation. Don't worry though, just some old broken bonomatum. Long time since it's been working. But this is not nothing. Look at its hands. Did they plant this here? It looks like it hasn't moved in forever. I'm getting a scary plan. Minutes bleed to hours, coagulate into unguessable chunks. Nights, days, dreary, hungry. Land ruminates on the meaning of the broken Morthagi, gripped by the feeling he can't shake. Nareem muses quietly to herself. At one point, finds a spider throwing lines between her knees. Eventually, she comes to a conclusion. Fairly simple, but... You want to talk? I think I have something. Yeah? Well, guess I'll come over there, I guess. This is my dumb idea. We play dead, very convincingly. Logically, they put us here for some purpose. Us being dead disrupts that. So when they come in to examine our corpses, we jump them. It's not a bad idea. Could almost see it working, as long as they care to remove us in a timely fashion, which, I don't know. Here's what I'm thinking. Look at this old thing's shovel hands. Oh, look at it. If we can repair it, we have a tool to dig us out. Forces them to either intervene or let us go. Repairing it, the more I think about it, shouldn't be much harder than replacing where the old sinew in it's rotted away, and feeding blood into its system. Blood? What? Yeah! I'm suggesting you cut off my left arm, and we use the tissues to get this old creature working. Then it digs us out. What? What? Your arm? Ah! Land loses an arm, or 61% chance this works. How generous of you, Land! Yeah, just chop off my arm! Let's roll. They fall into dead positions and go still. They let the lamplight burn high. The oil ends, the light dims and fails. As agreed from the onset, they lie motionless as possible, swallowing their breaths. They don't speak, don't shift. Who knows how closely they're being watched? The weight is excruciating. Empty bellies seem to howl, shriek, echo. The inclination to fall asleep grows powerful, spells doom. Hips, spine, shoulders ache and stiffen and bruise. Is anyone watching? Will anyone come for them? Oh! 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 Hi, any fun limbs attached today? Not today! His last trial of silence bites hardest. Surely their bodies will betray the ruse. They try not to tense, holding their breaths. With a grunt, one cultist ties a tuft of purple moss to the bars and lights it with flint and sword. Flaring up, the moss blazes amid smoke and smells like scorched olives. These unnatural flames burn a portal in the mystic prison. Oh, it worked! Raymond and we tried leaping the rush. Their muscles resist, malnourished and abused. They rise wobblingly but brave-faced. Now land. Before they can charge, however, one of their captors cuts down the other? I'm sorry, what? And sheds his costume. Not over yet. Avatar! How did you pretend to be one of those? Avatar, you'll never pay for another drink. How'd you find us? Talk later. They're matrons at the end of this tunnel. Weary and free, Land and Nari follow Avatar to carve a way home. The sneak Avatar saves the day. Oh. Oh. Oh, we didn't make it. Nausea. Land and Nareem lose a hit point. All heroes +1 armor. Merc Mother. She growls and mutters and thumbs her markings, naming her numberless children. Oh, well there she is. She's got a lot of armor. I'm not a fan of the armor. The armor's bad. I don't have a way to deal with that armor. Maybe she's not aware of me? Armorist. Oh, armor's 2. What's the 4 then? Oh, warding. It's warding armor. Okay. She's got warding armor. I could go here and shoot. I can't actually. I'm out of range. 1 out of range. Go here. Hide there. You're just gonna have to move. You're just gonna have to move close, you two. Stand next to each other. And be resilient, I suppose. There's not much else we can do. I don't think they noticed us yet. I'm not a guardian. Oh! Yep, you know I'm here.
Mayhem!
Oh yeah, you know I'm here. And that's Clouth Warthog there. 8 months. Thank you so very much. That's so kind of you. Thank you. Guardian, yep. He's out now, but I'd turn Blaster Bomb, if only. Right. Move you up. Alright, we can have you strike. That's some damage. Okay. You can't shoot. You will be able to hear, though. Oh! Armor ignored! Very nice. Shooting from stealth ignores armor. I like it! Could move you to here and have you defend. Or I should just... I can't get you close enough. Because that ends your turn. I could have you here just to, like, soak up some harm. Engage a swift. Yeah, but I have to be close to them, don't I? I don't know what the range is on that. Range is 4. Well, I can move you to here. Ah, engage. There you go. So you have to attack me now. That's fine. You're being sneaky. I go here. Have at thee! Gotcha! Oh, we got a victory! An experience for Avatar. Ooh, armor. Little more than a combat harness with studs over the vital bits, this traditional brawler set is intimidating but also freeing, allowing the warrior to become an elusive terror. Ooh, armor's good. I mean, it's better than what you're currently wearing, by a long shot, but who needs it? Armor with crit chance, yeah. Who needs this? Say the Avatar? Yeah, we'll give it to the Avatar. Because landfill doesn't have to be right next to them. Give it to you. Armor got the Avatar got the killing blow. Yep, we'll he looks less like the Avatar now, but we'll give it to him. Think we'll be clear from this point on. Lucky it's day. Sun's got past those trees. Sunlight. No one knew where you'd gone. Followed a hunch and, well, because I'd heard of this abandoned mine out here. The day awaiting them is high and bright. The scent of dry, shivering grass hangs in the winter breeze. Down there a while before I figured out a plan, though. Pretty solid work, Avatar. I'm impressed. And I'm alive to be. Days later, they'll reach home with buzzing sunset, a warm hour they'll share with cicadas in the road. You're a rock, Avatar. Again. Thank you. You don't have to thank me. I mean, it's appreciated, but we all look out for each other in the end. It's all we've got. I think it'll be a while before I can stand to spend the day under a roof. Yeah, I think we both earned a little time. Don't be afraid to take it. Choose an ability. Plus 10 retirement age. Hey! Or we could upgrade broad strikes. Yeah, people get too old eventually to do stuff and they retire. That's one thing I did read up. They do eventually, get too old. Once every other turn, as a swift action, Land sheds 2 of the foe's armor with his weapon. Once per combat, you can give temporary hit points. After a successful kill, you gain +2 speed, or 2 damage to enemies within range. Huh. Being able to break shields might be quite important, especially considering the armor that foes have. Seems quite useful. Land? There's multiple ways to shred. Well, it's a way. We don't have a way right now. Shield Spear. Eh, you go for Shield Spear? Okay, we go with Shield Spear. Alright. I mean, I think you all travel back to here. We kinda need you here right now. What's in the top right? Gorgons and Gorgons. Travel as a group. Back to here. Okay. Now, continue the patrol. With everyone, please. Oh, let's keep going. Okay. It's been cleared of infestation. Now it's a strength 3. Let's go for it. There's 4 of us. I think we have a decent chance. So can I change the order here? Let's change the order, because got to do it with... There we go. It's almost like they made an alliance. I get that reference. Let's go. Attack! Did you see that huge moth that landed in Areem's hair earlier today? How could I not? And you weren't going to say anything? Oh dear. She walked around with it for like an hour. Tell me a story before the embers die out. Huh? I just want to spend some time in a world where everything fits together nicely. Well, what would you like to hear? Oh, well, you have choices. You have choices, Avatar. Need to get you a better sword, Avatar. Really, I should have given you the spear. Is Shield of Hope here? I'm not sure Shield of Hope's here. Who is the Avatar again? Shield of Hope. Ah, they might not be able to respond. Oh, well, let's think about this. What would the Avatar want to hear about? Probably something about land. Pick for them? Probably something about just land, really. Pretty humble guy, the Avatar. Nothing too fantastic. Just tell me something that happened to you. Oh, okay. Lan told Avatar about a blue jay who used to perch just outside his kitchen window. The bird's trust was more easily won than that of most wild creatures, especially with the nuts from Lan's pantry. I called him Scuttlebutt, even though he probably wouldn't have approved. He always cocked his head as if he was listening. And there was a lot for him to hear. It was a time of breaking downs and moving ons. So what happened to little Scuttlebutt? Same thing that happens to all who walk or fly this path, I imagine. Funny thing though, last time he visited he brought me a present. Stone, not too big, but almost perfectly round. I've kept it ever since, wearing its surface smooth with any worries or thoughts I have. You think it could be magic? Nah. It listens, and that's enough. Right! Oh, more health. Corrupted. We got a rock! And this layout, right. Now we have 2 people that can stand by the door. There we go. Alright, Felladran, we need to get you some experience. Okay. Open that door. Oh dear, they're right there. Okay, they've got no armor though. They've got no armor. What can you possess? Only the sack. does 3 magic damage with 6 range. It's not wonderful. Could move you to there and get the stick. The fire's going to be bad. That's not going to do anything. You could shoot. You could shoot there as well. Stick would probably be splinter explosions? Yeah, it probably would be. If you go there, you can see that and that and that. No, if you go there, you could see the lantern. Oh! A lantern? That could be good. That needs to be lit. Oh. Oh well, looks like it's sack. No, it could be adjacent ally or interfused mystic can light this lamp. Oh, interfused mystics can light them too. Like, we can light it with the mystic. Like, the mystic can light the lantern. And then we can steal fire. And do that, which hits both of them. Ah, we may have made that rage. We dealt some damage, though. You can attack and probably just kill it. What's the ooh for? You made them both flankable. Did I? Because it was an attack from behind. Oh! So I can just, like, rush in and hit and rush in and hit and kill them. 100%. Oh, wow, they are 100% flank kills. Haha! Dead. You could rush to there and then kill. Tactics, inadvertently. Alright, if you strike, 100% won't kill. But you can finish it off! Uh-oh! Whoa! Ah! Okay, hi, how are you doing? I don't like you. Whew, okay, you could go to... Corrupted Land. Corrupted Land. There we go. Armor shredded. Shield shear if possible. Shield sheared. Excellent. I could totally have you strike with the spoon. I could totally have you strike with the spoon. This is a terrible idea, but I could have you strike with the spoon. I mean, I can. I can attack with the soup spoon. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Spoon! Oh! Curses! I tried. That'll do it, though. That'll do it, though. Did landfill level again? Yeah, landfill leveled again. He has grown stronger. He's getting good at this. Battle Dance, melee damage only costs land 1 action. Oh, wow! So we can double stab and use... That's a thing. Those are really good. Battle Dance looks really good, though. Like, Battle Dance is like... Battle Dance I vote on? I agree, that is an amazing ability. We also found some Crow Feather Pauldrons with warding. That would increase it to 3.7. 1. I mean, you'd be really good at resisting magic if you wore that. But are you the one that needs that? Because Avatar and Nareem have no magic resistance. Like, none at all. They have no magic resistance. They're pretty cool looking, though. They're pretty cool looking. I don't know which one to pick. Who wants to feel fabulous? I mean, if we give them to Avatar, they can make any hero feel fabulous. That's true. Felidran does have the least life, that is true. He does have the least life. So if something bad were to happen, it would happen to him. But he also has the most warding resistance. I'm going to give them to Avatar. There, yeah, they do really fit him. Your enemies improve. Okay, they're now stronger splash damage. Oh boy. That's fun. Right, we can fortify this area. And we can look for an item, which would take 36 days. So we'd be able to do that before the next terrible thing happens. And I think that might be a good idea, because we do need more stuff. 28 days? Yeah, that's fine. If we do it without looking for an item, it might be faster. Like, if we did it without an item, like, work faster, it would take... Oh, it's only 5 days. Save? Oh, it's a good idea. We should probably save. We haven't saved for a bit. And give me one moment. I'll be right back while I think about what to do with this decision. I have returned. Let us secure the site. Let us do it and get an item. We want to be thorough. Let us be thorough. They're rivals? Why? They don't like each other anymore! Felladran and the Avatar dislike one another. Completed! A thorough delving through the mysteries of Kemi Windmill has proven rewarding. Ingots, fabrics. Ooh, bonus damage. Doesn't really do much for you, does do something for you, though. Felladran wanted those fashionable shoulder pads, he totally did. He was like, why? Why did I not get those? Being robbers isn't bad, it does give combat buffs. When one crits, the other gets a higher chance of the same. I feel like giving you a little bonus damage is a good idea. Yeah, it kind of suits too. I'll give that to you. This is still locked. So we gotta go over to here and deal with these areas. Get one more person for a full party? There's nobody that wants to be recruited right now. We don't have that option. Let's go to here. Something bad's about to happen, by the way. Okay! The Wogan have extra health. They just exist now. They just exist now. They just exist now. Sure. I don't like any of those. But sure. Keep going. This has now become infested. Okay. Ooh, strength 5. Gonna have to patrol this. Gonna have to absolutely patrol this. Oh, that place has now been infested. I bet the infestation source is here. If I were to guess. Well, we have this place now. We can attack it. Let's go. A weird rhythmic noise filters through the trees. It's getting louder. Because we're getting closer. Over here. An ancient ox leans its bulk against a beech tree. Blood pools from its panting muzzle. It thinks sick or something. The ox doesn't flinch from Lan's approach. He notices a wound at the base of its neck. There's something in there, a blue... what looks like a blue pomegranate seed, but it's as big as my fist. I've got skilled fingers, let me try to dislodge the seed. Better kill it now, or wait, I hear something, almost like it's speaking to me. That sounds like weird magic ox powers. Madness? Not ominous at all. Hey, that sounds kind of cool. Weird ox powers, yay! Kill it, I say? Well, not your character. Free beef. 3! I think Uchel wants to go with 3. Wait, I hear something. Almost like it's speaking to me. As she attempts to communicate with the ox, Nareem is struck by a measure of its pain. Beast, old ox, can you understand me? How do we help you? The ox turns its head slightly as Nareem addresses it. Then its whispering voice enters her mind. I've seen where the thing goes. With a quivering hoof. The beast marks some lines in the dirt. Kill it, but first, kill me. Let it be done then. At the last, the ox's eyes seem happy to find rest. Areem scribbles down the ox's map. This way. They won't even know we're coming. Foes suffer 2 damage to start the mission. Oh, they've been ambushed! Rip ox. Could have saved it. Oh, they're new. Heaving its overgrown body, musty paws. Its grasping mouth drips and stinks. This is a relatively large map. What can I do with that? Splinter Blast for 2 shred, 2 pierce. If I move you to here, you can get a kill very quickly. Oh, there you are. But... Aha! Now you are hidden. Sneaky. Very sneaky. Okay. Want you to Guardian. Guardian as well. Right, what can we do? Range 4. Gain extra armor, warding, and health temp when doing stuff with this. Yep. Oh, that's been revealed. Okay, we're gonna milk those buns for all we can. We'll try. Totally discus you. Go for it. Have a rock. It's not happy. It's not happy. Aha! And it's dead. Oh, ho, ho, nice try. Nice try. Let's, there we go. It has been flanked. How about thee? Not done yet, though. Haven't taken any damage so far. Avoid the corrupted tiles. Oh! Oh! Well, that's big. That's a big frog! Okay. Move to there. It wants a hug. Nope, it's gonna get rocks. Ooh, a pouch of gold. Can't you do the rocks? Half Cthulhu, half giant frog, entirely ugly. Yep, it's a thing. I can't hit that one. You just need to select which. Range. It's got a range of 4. Oh! You have 2 rocks to choose from. Once to click... Oh, okay. Ah, if I pick that rock and then this. Okay. There we go. Blocked. There we go, 4 damage. Noxious to... Oh! It's a nasty thing. It's got corruption and horribleness. I don't like this. Gonna get close up. Hey! That's a block! That makes me happy. Alright. We can discus again. Come on! Oh, blocked again! One seems to be quite important in damage mitigation. Does indeed. But you got the kill. You're good at getting kills, Nareem. Peladran looks fabulous. Yep. Oh, that's a sword. That's a fantastic upgrade. 2 extra damage? What, 2 extra stunt damage? That is indeed a sword. Might be a good replacement for the old sword. That's an avatar sword. Do we want to call it Shadow Bite? Umbra Nibble. That's a proper sword. It's a sword. It's a sword. No. Cav came up with a good idea. It's a sword. Best sword. We're just gonna call it sword. Yep, it is sword. Okay, it's stronger. That leaves a corrupting path now. Oh boy. Okay. Not fun. Could secure this site. Finding an item would take 31 days. Move to the infection immediately? Do you think we should? Could scout it out. I don't know if this is the source of the infection. Well, let's go then. So what's this? No time to patrol if you want to stop it. So if I attack here and win, bestest will be saved. In theory, because it's coming from here. Save, try it out. I mean, we'll save. Seems... oh no. We're just gonna have to attack with 5 strength. We're just gonna have a tricky fight. Patrol time's gonna be too long. Check the time. 24 days to patrol. "24 days to patrol. And to assault, no days. Takes no days to assault. So we can go for a trickier fight, or we can just... You could bump it down too. Should I, though? Probably. You took battles easily so far. Yeah, but that's so far. I'm gonna give it a go. I'm gonna give it a go. It could also be death. Well, we're gonna go for it. Let's go. Is that Felidran up there? Yeah, looks like he's coming back. Hey, just like Lan said, best is just over the hill there. Time for a few pints and a hot meal. This is a waste of time. We still have a few hours of daylight. We should press on. Aww, we've been traveling a lot lately. We could use a break. Tomorrow we fight, but tonight we drink. Come on, I'm buying the first round. Woohoo! You go on ahead without me. I don't feel like pubbing it tonight. Oh, it's like, nope. No pubbing for land. You know what? I'll catch up to you later. Oh. Oh. Ideas? This is exactly like me IRL. She's like, nope, no pubbing. So, Uchel, what we got? What we doing? I'm really enjoying this, by the way. I hope you're enjoying it too. Uchel 1. Hey, how about you help me with that leg sweep move? Alright? You mean the sweeping swallow? Oh, it's not just called the drop spinny leg sweep thing? I spent a fair amount of time perfecting it. Least you could do is get the name right. Weeping Willow. I got it. You don't have to stay just to keep me company. Hey now, nailing this move could save my life someday. That it could, and practicing can't hurt, especially given how bad you were last time you tried. Hee. That face! Someone's pressing print screen right now! Hey. Land and Marine flanking attacks this combat deal +1 damage. Stormthroat, stumps, darts, and oh, archers. There are archers this fight, and a big area. 5 enemies. That's bot game allows you to export those faces. Excellent. You go hidden. You wait. Okay, what's the bad news? Nothing! Okay. I was kinda hoping there'd be something here for me to shoot. Honestly. I could infuse the scout, that is true. Ah! Erupts a wall of ancient bone across the ground, impeding foes. Bone lance. Propel a long, cruel lance of bone to impale enemies. Methinks getting that dart is probably a good idea. The dart is a problem. Can't get the dart. Ah! I can't get the dart, but I will wait. I'll wait. You wait too. Guardian. They're just gonna hop about, aren't they? Just gonna hop about. Not do anything. Ah! If I move you to there, you can only infuse... You can infuse that if I move you there, but moving... It's awkward. Problem is I don't want them to see me. I'm gonna wait. See what they do. Ah! Aha! There we go! Okay. There's... Oh! Okay. Right, now we have things we can do. This is fine. I can actually hit you now. There we go. I move you to there and have you attack. Go. How about these? Dead. Marvelous. Hi. I'm a stab. Oh, that was a 9 damage stunt. Woohoo! That went well. That went very well. Wait here. Regroup, everyone. We got lucky there. We got lucky that our armor helped us. And people were standing next to each other to block. Passing Shadow achievement gained, apparently. Meet Sword. Alright, who's in here? No one's in here. A bucket's in here. A fine metal bucket. It does decrease damage. Yeah, that's true. Free weapons! I don't think they actually count as free weapons. Only when you get them, I think. They're all tier -1. They're not very good weapons. Okay, this is a one-only door, so... You move there. You move there. And we'll wait. Alright, what's in the door? You're hidden. Ah, another door. Okay. Doors to doors. Wheels within wheels. More doors. Just what we need. More doors. Seriously, more doors. Very useful. What's behind door number 3? Probably bad guys. If I'm gonna guess, when Avatar opens this door, we're gonna see some bad things. Yup. Bad things have been found. And they're nasty. Okay, what can you interfuse? Ooh! Boiling liquid burns away armor and gnaws at enemy's flesh. Or shark trap for true damage. Or we could pin the stump so that the stump can't move. Oh no, pinning and doing 3 damage to enemies that step on them. Okay, no. That could be good. I feel like that's the idea. If we do shark trap. Like, there's no good way to do it. Or you can just try and kill the archer, that's true. Could just try and kill the archer. It's not going to kill the archer, though, is the problem. It's going to nearly kill the archer. Four to 5. It can kill it. Well, we'll give it a go. Hey! It worked. It worked. Right. Move you to here. You've got a spear. No, you're out of range for that. The pot creates walling due to your ability to interfuse. That's true! But we're going to have land there as well. So then, put you here. Ah, good damage. All right, what you doing? Blocked. Yes. Healing? I don't think so. Take the scalding. Oh, that was a stunt. Victory! Experience, experience, level up for Nareem! Level up! Long reach, +1 range. Once per turn, you're refunded an action point after a melee kill. You will counterattack after a successful melee block or dodge. Attacks against wounded targets deal +1 damage. Ooh. That one works if you're sneaky. Long reach 100%. Nareem has +1 range on all attacks and abilities. Means you can go even further back. We're going to pick long reach because Ucha wants long reach. Ooh! Mystic Armor. A common design for clumsy and novice level mystics who appreciate the fire resistant properties of these treated fabrics for the accident-riddled pursuit of their work. Ember-grown robes tend towards the simple. I mean, it's better than a humble garb. Gives me a lot more warding. Not much armor, but more warding. And spell damage, too. I mean, there's nobody else that can use this, so... we claim it! Oh. Plot. Also, I like how... You need better armor, Phil. That looks fabulous, it does. Someday, people will move back to Malidia Threshery. The memory of Drauven will crumble and rust. Children will find homes for spirits here. Young men will build barns alongside their sweethearts. Old men will trade in iron and salt. And at the end, the oldest will die peacefully in their beds. The way it should be. You seem quite keen on it all. Thinking of staying? It's too late for me. My calling looms too large to sidestep. The best we can do is keep moving and hope that leave peace in our wake. You now have +1 damage. Okay. More importantly, this is now safe. Although this will become infested in 40 days. Going to call it early, Kiko. See you Friday. Hope you're having fun in this game. Oh, next incursion. Oh, spawn rate. It's not that it gets infested. Takes 40 days. Roaming enemies spawn from infestations. Oh. Build defenses of the town? I mean, I want to do this, do that, and then head over to here, because I can now go here. You can now fight the boss, I think. You might want to loot first. That's kind of what I was thinking. Secure, and then go fight the boss. That was my plan, but that is probably going to be for next time, because we've done pretty well here. I dare say this is a very fun game. With our little group of people, game's quite intuitive. It's going to get a lot more complicated later, that I know. And this is just the first campaign. Oh, it's going to get harder, and there's randomly generated campaigns too. Also, I imagine that as time goes on, like, the land will get bigger. Campaigns take a long time. There might be 2 streams before you finish one. You imagine correctly. Yeah, I thought it might. I mean, maybe Bested will be long left in the dust at one point. This has been a fun game to watch. Hey, it's only the first stream. It's only the first stream. Now let me, it does do a weird thing when I click out. And it goes quiet when I click out, so apologies for that.
Ooh, a pouch of gold.
Fan art confirmed. If you click the Besties button in the top right, what does it open? Let's have a look. 3 ingots, 2 hides, 2 fabrics, 2 spell threads, a chapter's end. We get a lot of this stuff. We have 9 legacy points. Fan art confirmed. Thank you, Deus Phoenix. Thank you so very much. Just resources. Either way, this was a fun stream. Reminds me I need to play this game more. I'm sad that I didn't play this game until now, honestly. How do I close it? Clicking closes. Okay. Can you replay chapters? Probably. Make new characters, you know, replay things. Probably in a new profile. I don't know. I've literally only ever played this game now, so this is all new to me. Also, this really appeals to my, like, narrating things. It really appeals to my, narrating things. But thank you all ever so much, everyone, for being here. I didn't know how this would go. I didn't know if it would be enjoyable. And this is really enjoyable, especially with all of the character stuff. And the fact that only one of my characters is mine. And they've actually been kind of a background character. They've not done very much. Yeah, 4 years. We've already been adventuring for like 4 years. You're now 21. You're 20. 28. 28. Oh, we might be retiring at some point if we're not careful. They might be retiring. Not right now, but eventually they might. Who knows? Who knows? Thank you all ever so much for being here. Like, seriously. The chat getting to choose is pretty fun. It is. Retire at 28. They still have other arms? How's this possible? We didn't pick the lose an arm option. That's why. We didn't pick the lose an arm option. But thank you ever so much for being here, everyone. You're all absolutely amazing. And, coward? No, I went for the 60-odd% chance of it working. The other plan, and it worked. Kind of. Thank you all ever so much for being here. It's absolutely... But I like having both arms. Exactly. You're all absolutely fantastic, and there are, of course, a couple of things I need to talk about before we conclude. Starting off with my serialized, or previously serialized story, The Threnody of Dusseldom, which you can check out at the link there. There's also, there'll be very different people, yeah. They will be, and there might be other people too. That you can check out at the link there. There's also, we need to remake that command. Do we? We'll do that at some point. There's also Errant Hope, my upcoming story, that's very soon done. There's also my Discord, where you can join a large time community that I'm typically a part of. Because I'm often there. There's also tons of emotes there based on Let's Plays and streams past and present, and if you link your Twitch and Discord together and you're sub to me on Twitch, you can use the Twitch emotes on Discord. There's also my Patreon, where you can pledge to support me in doing what I do. There's nothing hidden behind paywalls, but this is my full-time job, and there's a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes that you typically don't see. Like the editing and compression of Let's Play videos that takes a lot longer than the recording process itself. Then you have the uploading of said videos and the writing of video and playlist descriptions, comment moderation, test recordings and test streams, and troubleshooting for when everything goes wrong. And I'm glad that nothing has gone wrong in this stream. That's what planning is there for you. And those who do pledge to me not only get a different coloured name on Discord to show what they do, my deep and sincere thanks, they also get the ability to vote on upcoming playthroughs when the opportunity arises. Heard there's this Kikoskia guy on YouTube, he's super cool, you better sub. Yeah, indeed! I mean, if you click that link that Demon Dragon put up there, you can check out his channel. He's been doing this for over 14 years, and 10,000 videos are there, including all of my Twitch VODs too. So if you want to check out any of my past content, it's all there. And those who sub to me get me one step closer to 100,000 YouTube subscribers. And if we get there, I'll do a replay of Terror for the Deep and a replay stream of Wizards of Warriors 2 Iron Sword. And then there is my... forever, I hope so. Then there is my Twitter, where you can follow me to get notifications about when I start streaming, when my Let's Play videos go live, and all kinds of other random things, including Animal Crossing tweets, and inevitably when the fan art of this party comes about, and we get to... What's great about this is that there is a story being told, and I really like that. Like, the game has a campaign, yes, but it also has a story, and the story is great. I'm really enjoying the story. It's very fun. Kiko, I'll hound you for a character export, for the character export later. Okay, please do. Please do. And so, last thing I need to do is thank you all so very much for being here, because seriously, you are all absolutely fantastic. Seriously, you're all amazing. I couldn't do this without you, and you make this all worth it. You are the heart and soul of my community, and though I make the content, you give it the life that makes it what it is. I mean, literally in this case, you're the ones coming up with the decisions that make things how they are, and you're all wonderful and amazing and fantastic. Seriously, thank you so very much. Thank you. And so, whether it be morning, afternoon, or evening, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and I hope you succeed in everything you set out to do. Tyrant has succeeded in subbing! 7 months now! Thank you so very much, that is so kind of you. Thank you, that's really kind of you. Sneaky Endstream Rock, indeed! Thank you all so much. The next stream is tomorrow, 2 PM GMT, Animal Crossing New Horizons, where we will be inviting a new 9.0 villager over, getting some more clothes given, and working ever closer to 30 holiday homes so we can finally start working on the houses of our villagers on Hillsfar. I'm so looking forward to that. I so am looking forward to that. And so, I'll catch you next time, folks, and I'll see you then. Later. And remember, be nice to each other, everyone, for if everyone is nice to each other, the world would be that much better a place. And we all want that, don't we? I certainly do. And I hope you do too. Later. I'm looking forward to this next week. Next week, this is going to be fun, and hopefully, nobody dies in Hilla Windmill. I hope nobody dies. Later.